Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're on a good page now, right?
Server. So in order to do that, we need to have three software. One is PuTTY, which is nothing but in order to connect to the remote server machine, we need this software. So first, we will see what is PuTTY and how to find in your machine. You need to download the software, okay, using this link. Once it's done, it will be in your all programs, and you can search for PuTTY. Okay. So you can see multiple options like PuTTY manual, website, etc. When you click on PuTTY, it will take you to this screen. Okay. If you already have the host machine entered in this one, you don't need to open it again. Okay. Or else if you want to enter it new and how to connect to the host machine, I'll tell you. So your host machine is nothing but this piece of data. So once you enter this and enter the port number as default, which is nothing but 22, and then if you open it, it will take you to the black screen, which is terminal, in which you need to enter your NT login, and after that you need to enter your NT password. Once it's done, it will take you to the root directory, which is nothing but in your Windows, it's C drive. Okay. Then you need to follow the set of commands to start your server, to stop your server, to check your status of your server, and to reload your server. First, I'm going to stop the server because we already running this server. To do it, just copy the command which is next to the dollar symbol, sudo monit stop tomcat. What do you mean by sudo? Sudo is nothing but it gives the privilege to do this command. Just copying it. Once it's done, it will stop your server. How to check whether your server is stopped? If you go to the same link, if you try to access it, it will tell you unable to find the link or unable to connect. Okay, so this is the indication. If you want to start the server again, you can go to this wiki. You can search for the command. It says start the servers. Okay, you just do the same thing. Copy it, paste it here, click on it, which is enter. Once it's done, in a few seconds, if you reload the page, it will give you the active link, okay, which is nothing but your home screen of your website. And after that, if you want to check your server status, like you want to check whether it is running or anything else, if you want to see in this, you just go copy and paste it here and hit enter. It will tell you the status of it. If it is running, it will tell it's running. If it is stopped, it will say it's stopped. Okay. So this is the indication of your server status. And if you want to do some kind of a redeployment, or what do you mean by redeployment or a deployment? In a developer side, we make changes in the site and then we will wrap it as a single entity and we will update it. Okay. So in order to do this deployment, we need to have the server stopped or we need to redeploy. Okay. So that is the part in this redeployment. Okay. I will tell you how to deploy the software into your server. Same link. Once it's done, it will take you to this screen. Okay. It will tell you your list of application which is available in your host machine. It will give you the option start, stop, reload, and deploy. Okay. If you want to stop, you can click on stop. If you want to reload, you can click on reload. What do you mean by reload? Reload is nothing but it will reboot again. This application will be reboot again. undeploy, it will terminate and it will remove the folder out of the server. And in this screen you can see a lot of information. It will tell you the display name, that means your application display name, and it will tell whether it is running or if it is stopped, it will say false. And the session is nothing but how many users are using your application. And if you see this information, it will give you entire thing. Like if you want to see how long they are active in it, it will give you the information like in seconds, hours, and it will tell you the use time. Okay, so that's all about this link. And if you want to deploy the web application after you made changes in your code, this is the easy way to do it. You just click on browse. After that, it will be posted somewhere. If you have this WAR file, which is more than enough to deploy your application, select this, open it, and then click on deploy. Once it's done, it will display as like this. Okay, so I'm just going to stop it in order to teach you how it will be. I'm just stopping it. It will ask whether you want to stop it. Once you click on OK, it will be stopped. And once you stop, the status will change to false. And then if you click on undeploy, it will remove out of your host machine. The folder will be removed completely. Now, if you want to check what is the message you got, okay, you can see the message. It says undeployed application in your path. Okay, and if you fail to do it, that means if the message it says fail to undeploy, means it is not undeployed or removed out of your host machine. It's still pending. Okay, so if you want to deploy again, you browse it, click on the application, and then deploy. It will take little time to deploy it. Once it's done, it will be ready to use. So it's loading. Okay, so it's now ready to go. Okay, once it deployed successfully, if you click on this one, it will directly take you to the home screen of your application. Okay, so and then this comes to an end of your deployment and connecting to your Tomcat server. Next, we're gonna see about how to interact with your cloud-based MariaDB. Okay. Before that, I will teach you about how to interact with the host machine, that means Tomcat machine, or any remote machine, using an interface which will give you the directory structure or file structure as like your Windows. Okay. In order to do that, you need to have the software WinSAP. Once you download this, it will be available in your machine. You can open it from your all programs, which is like a folder called WinSAP. Okay, so you can see the WinSAP software. Okay, in the same way, you need to add the WinSAP like host machine, which is nothing but your application host machine. Okay, and once you enter that, if you click on login, it will directly take you to the screen because I already entered my username, password. Okay, Okay, it says access denied because I changed my password recently, so it's asking for the password again. So I'm entering the new password. If you want to save your password, you can click on save password. Once it's done, it will check you to the, it's connecting to the remote directory. Same machine we saw in the terminal, which is in the black screen. This is the screen which gives you the file structure how you see in your Windows application. Okay, this is the directory where we're talking about when we start your service, this application will be created. If you stop it and undeploy it, this folder will be removed. Okay, this is the area where we perform all the sudo and other thing. Okay, so these two software which will act in as an intermediate between our commands and our user actions. Okay, next thing we are going about MySQL, which is your database, nothing but your cloud-based MariaDB. Okay. In order to do that, you need to have a software called HEID SQL or MariaDB or MySQL Workbench, which is the open source. In order to do that, you need to have three dependent software. One is Microsoft .NET Framework 4 client profile, and then Visual C++ redistributable for Visual Studio 13, and then this is the MySQL software. After installing these two, you can install this one. If you try to install this one before doing this one, it will ask for this 2 bit of software. Okay, so it's good to install one by one, and then finally this one. Okay, once you install it, it will be in your screen like MySQL Workbench. When you search for MySQL Workbench, it will be icon with dolphin symbol. Okay, once you open it, it will be like this. If you already opened it, it will be predefined setup. If you don't have anything, you need to click on this MySQL connection. Here you need to enter your host machine, same host machine. How to connect, I will tell you. Okay. Currently we are using div environment. There is another thing which is nothing but your prod environment. Div is a sub element or which is before the prod element. So we are using this one as your current development mode. Okay, so I'm just copying the host machine of GDS Cloud Database Service, and I'm posting here. All information are here, so no need to worry about. Copy it, paste the port, and then username is nothing but your username, your password. This is the default password. After that, if you want to check whether the connection is properly established, that means all the information like username, password, host machine, port number, all are assigned properly. If you click on test connection, it will tell you the result in a few seconds. It says correct, but it says incompatible because MariaDB is still in a development stage, so they are working on the user interface. So it tells that the version which is not supported. Otherwise, it will allow you directly to the connectivity page. But now we are still proceeding by clicking on continue anyway. Okay. And it says connection parameter are correct. Everything is perfect. And SSL not enabled. That means every single host machine should be enabled with SSL certificate. But this is not enabled, so it is saying the message. And after that, if you want to click on OK, it will ask for your connection name. Since I already have all the parameters, I'm just giving as test. Okay. And if I click on OK, it will configure. And I can click on this one, and I can go into it, and I can I can select anything. I can modify the entire database. And before that, if you want to connect to product fraud environment, you can use the same steps what I said for this development mode. You can follow the same step by copying this information. Okay, so this is the interface which will give you the structure of your database, your table information, and all the details. Okay, if you want to create a database, you can create your database. If you want to modify your table, you can play around with this one. It will give you all information how to do it. Okay, if you want to select, you can use it. Select is nothing but if you want to select any information, you can use the select table. So that's all about the Tomcat and then the database MariaDB connectivity. So and the rest of the things like how to get this SSL certificate and how to renew the SSL certificate, I will teach you before in this one. Okay. So in order to have your SSL certificate, you need to follow a step-up procedure, which is written here. Okay. You need to first register your direct information. Okay. If you are a developer, you need to have this setup configured in your system. Okay. To do that, I'm just logging into the directory, your login ID and email ID and your ND password. Once it's done, it will take you to your work directory. And in this, if you want to create a group of it, you can create it. And if you want to create a personal account, also you can do it. Now we need to have a group. Group is like different owners. Okay. So for our application, I created a group as CCMT admin. Okay. In which you can add an owner, like multiple owners, or if you want to add a member, you can add a number of owners. So these are the people I added as a owner in this tool. So once you're done with it, you're ready to apply for SSL certificate. So you need to follow the steps what I mentioned here. Okay, the steps, and before that you need to be very proactive about knowing this one. You need to have two permanent HP employee. That is the first criteria in order to do that, and then you need to have at least two members to be in that. And each and every SSL certificate is 30 days validity one, so you need to renew in case if you want to extend it. Okay, so this steps and this link will help you how to do the SSL certificate and how to generate a new SSL certificate, etc. So I will tell you how to generate a new SSL certificate. In order to get a SSL certificate, you need to first and need to understand about what is the requirement for it. Okay, and after that, you can ready to apply for it. Okay, this is a page which will help you to order for a SSL certificate. So if you click on order or renewal, it will take you to another screen where it tells about whether your application requires public digital certificate or private digital certificate. Since we are using private one, so I'm just going and installing the private certificate. You can do it in different way, like you can create a separate file or you can go with the standard procedure. Okay, I'm just going with the standard procedure by clicking on the continue button. Which will ask you the NTU email ID and then your password. And after that, it will ask you for the agreement. You need to agree for it, and you need to select the enterprise directory, which is nothing but your directory which we created before in the directory. Okay, this is the same name we are using here. And then you need to click on the checkbox, which is it says IT owned asset, and then this is the EPRID, which is for your ordering of anything it requires. Okay, and after that you need to have the certificate information. Since I already have it, but I'll show you how it will looks like. Generally, your SSL certificate will have this encrypted content. You need to, if you want to renew or if you want to create, you need to copy paste this encrypted content, and then you need to click on continue enrollment. Okay, after that it will take you to the final page, which I'm not going to do it now because we already got it. Okay, so just closing the screen. So this is the steps involved to get SSL certificate, and then so that's all about the entire session. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Christopher. That was very detailed. Really appreciate it.